So coming into this one, obviously you guys must have known you beat Braehead before on home ice. Obviously with eyes on next weekend, did that play a factor, do you feel?
I mean, we just came in here tonight looking to just build momentum for the playoffs. I mean, with Braehead kind of still gunning for the league title, we know they're going to come out hard, and we just got a couple bad bounces early, and then things just seemed to domino on us pretty quickly. It was 3-0 before we knew it, and then we got a couple back in the second, and then it seemed every time we scored, they answered, and then being short on bodies it's kind of hurting us lately, but we just had to battle through it, and then we took a couple penalties in the third, and then that's that.
Well, it's been an impressive season though from Hull, certainly the second half. Surely the team have taken a lot of strength from that and looking forward into the playoffs. I mean, you could end up with Clan again.
Yeah, I mean, depending on what happens tomorrow, if we get a win tomorrow and Braehead beats Fife, then we're back here again next weekend. So, I mean, today wasn't the result we were looking for. If we do have to play them again, it kind of gives them a bit of a momentum boost. But we played them well throughout the season since I've gotten here. I mean, we beat them I don't think we beat them since I've been here, but we had a couple close games with them. So, I mean, we know we can play with them. We just kind of have to forget about this one and chalk this one up as a kind of a bogey and get out of here.
It's a weird atmosphere on the ice tonight. Obviously, people have got eyes on various different scores. Do you guys check the Fife score in the period breaks?
I mean, as players, we just kind of play our game. I mean, whatever happens, happens. Whoever we play, we play. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, Braehead or Sheffield, both teams are really good. We're going to have to bring our A game next weekend regardless of who we play. So, I mean, whether it is Braehead or Sheffield, I mean, we're going to have to be on the top of our game no matter who we play.
So, Matt, must be a bit of a bittersweet feeling tonight. A fantastic performance, but when that news filters through, what does that feel like?
Well, I mean, it's tough. You know, as the season goes on and as it was getting, later in the year, you start looking at who's playing who, start watching the standings a bit more. You know, if you lose a game, it's that much more important. And I think guys were frustrated on Sunday after Edinburgh, and it stung pretty bad. But at the same time, we have had a pretty good season. I don't think we're satisfied by any means, but I think that there's other things. Like tonight, we weren't really talking about what Sheffield was doing, and there was no mention of it in the dressing room, and so we didn't know until after the game, obviously. But there's a lot of stuff to build on with this team and this organization. I think that as the season went on, you're not doing yourself any favors by looking back and seeing where you dropped points and when you should have won a game, you should have lost a game. And every team wins and loses games that they're supposed to win, they'll lose, and so every team could sit and do that. So, like Finner said, it's kind of just let's look forward and not dwell on what's happened in the past.
I mean, I think the fans feel that way. I mean, there was certainly at the beginning of the season, there wouldn't have been many of them in the stands who would have been expecting to win the league at this time of the season. It's a fantastic thing that they now do expect that, and their appreciation was there.
Right, I know, and that's exactly it. Is the guys in that dressing room are the ones who brought the expectations on ourselves, and that's a good thing, And you think through certain parts of the year, the regular season, the ups and the downs, but our fans, like we talked about before, they had a right at times to be upset with what they saw on the ice because we set the bar high at the start of the year, and that's a good thing. You don't want it to be mediocre and fans just happy to come and the players just happy to win a game or just to be playing. I mean, you want to win, and that's why we all play.
Does the idea of playing in the hockey league, the Champions Hockey League, does that wet your whistle?
Yeah, I mean, it's a cool thing. I've played in it before, and it's obviously from an organizational standpoint, it's a huge opportunity. It's a way to grow the sport in Britain, but also to let people know, we're doing a pretty good thing, in Glasgow, and I think that it is a big thing, and we've talked about it a little bit, but we know that now going into Fife tomorrow, it's an important game for us. We know that we're going to finish second, but we still need to show up tomorrow and have a good game.
There's five busloads of fans heading over there. They'll be looking for a party in that weird barn. Yeah. Does it also change your mentality towards the playoffs now? Does that change your direction and the importance of qualifying and doing well in it? There's still a lot to play for.
Yeah, no, I don't think it changes your thoughts. I think that most hockey players, you grow up and you play the regular season to get to the playoffs. And obviously here it's a little bit different the way it's set up. And I've never played in a league like this where you have like a Challenge Cup during the season and the playoffs is so short, but there's still something to be won at the end of it, and obviously congratulations to Sheffield. They must have done something well the last 2 games to get to where they are. But you play hockey to win your last game of the season, and let's try and do that.
Oh, fantastic game tonight, Matt. Cheers.
Thank you.
So first of all, I guess we should talk about tonight's hockey game. After some disappointing performances, that must have been what you were looking for from the team.
Yeah, we needed a response. We hadn't scored many goals lately, and we made some adjustments this week in training, and we wanted to create more offense, and to score some goals. We didn't want to be going in dry, obviously, into this weekend, and we got 9 tonight, and wasn't expecting that, but we'll definitely take it.
And some interesting adjustments on the line. We saw Zach Fitzgerald, for example, playing forward. Were you having a little play with future games in mind?
Yeah, obviously Fitzy played a bit up front the last couple of games, and we moved him up front here late just to get a couple looks. He made a great play on Benny's goal there, and he played a lot there in the American League, so he is comfortable. It's just about getting his timing and whatnot. So we wanted to have a look and see what that looked like. I thought he looked pretty good.
So the lines look really comfortable tonight. It was great to see that line. Salters, Meyer and Keith, they've been fantastic all season, haven't they?
Yeah, I mean they've been our go-to guys, for a long time, and if they're not going, we're in trouble usually. But Pitter and Trimmer, they're picking up here a little bit, and a couple of nice goals, some nice plays, and I thought their line looked pretty dangerous here for a lot of large portions of the game. So we get them going, and we know what we're going to get out of the Keith line every night, and obviously if Benny and Haywood can contribute, great.
And also we saw a return for Ryan Kavanagh tonight, and we saw yet again a little glimpse of what we've been missing.
Yeah, I mean, he's huge on our power play. He eats a lot of minutes on our power play. We went 2 for 3 tonight. We went 0 for 10 in Edinburgh, and we missed him. He's a right shot, and we severely missed him over the last few weeks. He's one of the best PP guys in the league. Quarterbacks eats good minutes back there, so it was good to have him back. You can tell instantly we're a lot more dangerous going forward. He gives us a bit more offense too.
Yeah, obviously a great performance, as we say tonight, but not enough to take over what happened in other games, particularly obviously the Steelers Cardiff Devils game tonight. Does that information filter through? Were the guys aware that the Devils were 1-0 up, or was that something you shielded them from?
I imagine it leaked through. Everybody knew it was tied going into the third. But first of all, you got to say congratulations to the Sheffield Steelers. It was a great season for them, and we Cardiff and Braehead, we pushed them all the way, but unfortunately we came up a bit short, and you take your hats off to them, and obviously the whole Amy Usher thing going on there. So happy for them to win it, and happy for the Usher family to experience that hopefully tonight. And it's for us it's tough. It's a good game tonight, but at the end of the day, we're going in the right direction as an organization, and that's one thing we got to keep in mind is we are young. We pushed it all the way to the end, and we're getting better and better every year. We're better this year than we were last year, and the goal is to be better next year than we were this year. And if we're 2 points better, then we're looking pretty good. So it's tough to take, but we got a big game tomorrow. We want to play in Europe next year. That's a big step for this organization. We want to be in the Champions League, and we need to win tomorrow to do that.
Obviously, it'll be a huge step. The fans were showing their appreciation tonight. They're obviously delighted with what's happened. It's bittersweet, obviously. Is it hard to remind your players that it's not over yet? There is, like you said, the Champions League hockey, and of course, playoffs, and it could be against tonight's opposition, or indeed Fife Flyers.
Yeah, no, it's these guys are professionals. That we'll get ourselves picked up tomorrow. Obviously, it's a bit different, because we've been pushing for so long, and now it's out of reach. But at the end of the day, we're here to do a job, and we get paid to play 60-65 minutes of hockey, and that's what we're going to do tomorrow. We got to get up, and still a lot on the line. We play with a lot of pride here, so we'll put a good performance on tomorrow. We'll be ready to go and see where the cards fall, and then the next week it's everybody's back to square one, and we're all hunting that last trophy.
Well, there's 5 coachloads of fans, of course, coming over to Fife tomorrow. It's going to be a hell of a noise in that barn.
Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be it's always a fun barn to play in. It'll be a lot of energy in there, and last game of the season. It's been a long year, and we've had some good results in there lately. So we want to go in. It's going to be a battle, but I think it's definitely a contest, and it's a challenge we need right now.
Good luck tomorrow, Ryan. Cheers there.
Thanks.